Here's another video. This is about picking. So let's start with the most probably first type of picking most people do, which is just down picking. And so basically when you pick, you're going to be picking down. And so you might want to play a scale or be on one string, but whatever you do, you're just practicing or just playing using all down picking. And so I'll play a natural minor scale starting at the 5th fret. So it's an A natural minor scale, and I'm just going to pick all down. And so it will end up sounding like this. And then I'm going to come back down the scale, but I'm still going to pick down. So. And so you could make a riff and then just practice playing with all downstrokes and just see what, kind of improvisation you come up with, but trying to only use downstrokes. And that'll, kind of solidify your playing using downstrokes. The next thing to do is upstrokes. And so that's when you pick up towards the ceiling. And so I'm going to play the whole scale using just upstrokes. And that's all the way to the top, and I'm going to come back down, once again, using just upstrokes. So here we go. And that's just using up. Eventually, you're going to discover that if you want to play anything with any kind of speed, you're probably going to need to use alternate picking, up and down. And so that's really straightforward. Basically, if you pick down, you fall with an upstroke. And so I'll play the same scale using alternate picking. So here we go. And I'll come back down using alternate picking. So I start down and then I follow it with an up. So the thing about alternate picking is that it's really good if you're always picking on situations that only have even grouping. So like a pentatonic scale, for example, that works great because you're going to pick down, you pick up, your next note is a downstroke onto the next string. And so it's very fluid. But on the one I demoed on, it's actually harder to alternate pick that than it is to use another kind of picking called economy picking. Let me explain why. So when I play 3 notes and I do like 1, 2, 3, if I'm alternate picking, the next note on this string has to be played with an upstroke. And so I literally have to go beyond the string and then pick up. I'll show it again. I'll get nice and close so you can see what I'm talking about. So I pick down, up, down. I had to pass the string and then I pick up. So I actually had to travel a little further to get to the next situation, in order to get to the next note. That little bit of extra travel, that millisecond, whatever, might be the difference between being able to play something like a little bit faster than something else. A lot of guitarists just use alternate picking, but there was a slew of guitarists that kind of came around late 70s, early 80s that started using a type of picking called economy picking. And the way that works is if I'm starting here and I'm playing 3 notes per string, I would go down, up, down, and then on that same downstroke, I hit the next string, hit down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. When I get to the top and I go backwards, I start on an upstroke. So I'm like up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, like that. So I'll play the whole thing up and down using economy picking. We go like this. And that is an example of playing that same scale using like economy picking. down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up on the way back. The next type of picking is really for, it's smooth. Some people use it strictly for like speed, arpeggiated picking, things like that. This is sweep picking. And basically what that means is that you're basically taking from wherever you're starting and you're just sweeping your hand down or sweeping your hand up. And so if I take like a natural minor, an A minor arpeggio like this is A, C, E, A, C, E, and I pick that in one fluid motion, I get a sweep picked arpeggio. And if I go the other direction, if I pick like up and then I pick up, I can play it backwards like that. So some people will pick down and then up and have like a fast little, like that kind of thing. And it's pretty impressive, I guess. If you're in a room of people who don't know how to do it or can't do it, it can be like, whoa, that's pretty fast. It's not necessary. You don't need to be able to do it, but it is kind of fun. So that's sweep picking, that kind of idea. And the last type of picking is one that I actually use all the time, and this is called legato picking. And the way this works is, and I'll do once again on my natural minor scale, is you pick once and you hammer the next two notes like that. And when you change strings, you pick once and you hammer the next two notes. So like that. You could do this pulling off as well. You pick one note and you pull off like that. And so I'll go up the scale using, I'm going to pick once per string. So I guess it's like 18-ish notes, and I'm only going to pick 6 times. So it's going to sound like this. Like that, and I'll go backwards. So I'll just pick up like that. Now there are some scales that I use that allow me to use like the exact same finger pattern on every pair of strings, and this gets pretty fast. They're like a 1-2-4 pattern. I'm going to start on a B and I'm going to play all natural notes. So it'll be like B, C, D, E, F, G. And I do that. Then I can hop up the octave, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I get the same thing. And I can just be, I just did it up again. I went B, C, D, E, F, G. This is like playing a natural minor scale and leaving the root out all the time. And if I want the root, it's there, it's there. So that's really fast. It's a pretty fast way to go. It's also, if I want to play a major scale, I can do the same thing, but it's like starting on T. So it's like T, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, and I'm leaving out La. So this is how that sounds. And if I want to finish it, there it is. I just end it with my middle finger like that. And so that can be pretty quick. And that's legato picking. Now, some people might be like, okay, but what is there like a better kind of picking? And the answer, in my opinion, is no. Whatever's best is whatever gets the job done. And so if I'm on one string and I'm playing a solo on one string, alternate picking is probably going to be a pretty good bet. But sometimes I want to articulate a certain way, and an up pick is the best way to get that kind of sound versus a down pick. And so that depends. If I'm going between strings, then I might use economy picking. You know, if I'm not, then I might, do something else. If I'm playing like an arpeggio, then I'm probably going to sweep. But there are plenty of times I play an arpeggio and I alternate pick it, or, whatever. I might do that. I might do all downstrokes, but individually pick them because I want a certain kind of articulation. And that's just whatever it is that gets the job done. I think arguing about what's the best kind of picking is not really the best thing to do with your time. Instead, you should record yourself playing a riff and then jam over it. And so I'll do that for you now. I'm going to record myself playing like an I Will Survive circle of fifths or fourths kind of riff. It's going to be an A minor, followed by a D minor, followed by a G major, followed by a C, followed by an F major, followed by a B half diminished, E sus4 to E major, and have fun with that.